think the thing is, you know, when you think about, and you just mentioned capitalism, what happened was we were enslaved. We went through emotional and physical torture. The strongest and fittest survived. And then we were left on an island that had been looted. All of its, very much like Africa, had been looted for everything. So we are left on these islands. Those rich white people have left and taken all of the money that they've earned off the back of our enslavement, and they've taken it back to the UK or to France or wherever they were. And then their descendants have lived great lives. Well, I'm generalising here, but they've had that money, whereas we have had to start from enslavement, build that up. And that's why when people say, oh yeah, it was a long time ago.
So annoying.
It's not a long time ago. And that the fact that we were just looted and then left, you know, after slavery means that it's taken generations and generations for us to try and build things up on islands where we're not necessarily in charge of the resources sometimes.
Yeah, you know, when people say stuff like that, it makes my blood boil. In my head, I know that it's probably because they're ignorant of the reasons behind it, the ignorance of the history, which is why history is so damn important. But I don't have the patience to teach you about that history. So when they say stuff like that, it just annoys me. And I'm like, right now, I'm so angry that I can't even talk to you about the history and explain to you why. I feel like we need people who have that calm, that can always have the patience to educate someone when they say something stupid like, oh, you know, it was a long time ago, get over it. We need people like you, Dr. Vanda.
I'm not the calm one when people say that, I can tell you that for nothing.
Samira, are you calm when people say that? Can you take your time to explain and educate?
I think it's context dependent. I would say I become quite passionate.
Yeah, not me though. I don't have that. But yeah, okay, cool. I'm processing everything you've said. Did you come across any wild stories whilst you were doing the genealogy?
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Because if you find a murderer in your family 3 or 4 generations back, then it's really quite exotic and quite funny, you know, whereas you probably wouldn't think that if it was your dad or your cousin or something. So time does make these things different. I mean, I think for me, I found a great grandmother who could be a freed Negro who owned slaves. For me, that was absolutely okay. What do I do about this? I mean, you can argue it was the economics of the time, so it was better for her not to be enslaved and to have slaves.